Hey friends, I want to talk about a book today that is quite unique, and I'm gonna get more into that. The book is called Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle. I found this book after reading The Power of Now some almost 20 years ago, but this book has been with me for maybe 15 years, and it's a lesser known book, and I kind of know why, because it's not a very big book. It's quite short. It's a small book, and there's a lot of blank pages and short verses, and it's not a book that is meant to be I guess even discussed or summarized. That kind of defeats the whole purpose. And when I found it, I was in a phase where I was meditating a lot and going to the forest and enjoying a lot of quiet. And when I found this book, it was almost like that in a written form as a meditation tool. And Eckhart talks about it in the introduction that it's not meant to be read from beginning to the end. It's not meant to add anything to you. It's not meant to stimulate the mind, serve you new ideas, and it is really true. It's almost kind of balances this fine art between saying something and not. The way I use it is I might open it and read. I might open it at a random page and read a verse or two verses and then just put it away, and I might sit with it for a bit, just almost going into meditation or taking a few breaths, and then almost like a tool of sorts to becoming still. And then maybe a week later, or a few days, or a few months, or even sometime it could be a year, I might not touch it and then come back to it and open up a random page again, and it still feels fresh. It's like, whoa, that's quite something. You read something and it just shifts something in you, like physiologically, I guess. It's quite interesting, because most books, at least for me, I would expect books to be carrying a lot of ideas and be more like intellectual food, and something I should keep a notebook and take notes and so forth. And the more I started to read this book, it almost felt like a lot of other books carry so much noise and like things that you don't really need. This one is more like it's meant to create a shift inside, even if it's temporary. Like, let's say you come home from a busy day and you want to pull out your phone or watch something entertaining, and for me this is almost like it brings me home again by instead reading a few passages and really just feeling this sense of landing and not stimulating the mind, and instead allowing the mind to just coming to rest and just feeling the stillness. And the way the word stillness is used in this book is not, it's not the same as silence. It's not about, being quiet, and if you go outside you need to wear earplugs and hide from the world. It's not like that at all. It's more about an inner state, I guess. It's a felt state that kind of happens naturally when we don't get worked up, or we don't allow the mind to create noise. So once the inner noise subsides, then naturally we it's like our body relaxes and expands, and you feel more spacious inside. And then it's like, oh, that's the stillness. It's like I feel content. I feel like I don't need anything. Now you might say that's a bad thing, depending on, it's not a motivational book. It's not meant to excite you and make you run out and do stuff. You can still do things. It's not meant, it's not about being docile and immobile. But it's about, for me at least, creating gaps, in the day, or having periods where I'm more just allowing myself a full rest and a reset, and then a few hours later I might be out running or doing something completely different. But it's healthy to invite this stillness in, when it feels right, and without being too dogmatic about it. And I wanted this video to be more of an introduction to this book, because I think a lot of people have probably never heard about it, or they might have seen it but not having really explored it. And depending on where you are in your life, it might be a good fit, or it might be an awful fit. So just as a warning, it's not very enticing or digestible for some people, I'm guessing. But if you already intuitively know how good it feels when your mind is quiet, and how refreshing that is, then yeah, maybe this is an invitation to explore that more. I might do some more parts going more into the book, going into the different chapters. There are some really nice passages that we could read together. Yeah, hopefully there will be more to explore, because this is really fun and it's a nice read. So if you feel drawn to it, or just feeling drawn to having some stillness, some still time, then just go for it.